Hello, people. I hope you are well. Um, Bear with me a bit. It's been a while since I've done any of these. I'm just going to find my feet a little bit. It's going to give it a couple of minutes to give other people a chance to get on. Not that I'm expecting hundreds to be here, but I really appreciate your time, giving up your time to listen to me waffle on a little bit. And I've also realised I've got to be a bit like an octopus because obviously, ah, let's turn my volume off. So if you've got any questions, I have just opened my LinkedIn page. So in the event, add a comment, add a question, or directly message me. Oh, it does come in. Oh, see, you learn something new every day. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for putting that on, because now I know that actually we get the comments through. So some of them do come up as LinkedIn user. So I'm not sure who put that. Hi, Nick. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks very much. I'm not sure about Facebook, though. So if you're on Facebook, try putting the messages. But if not, I will respond back later on. I'll go back through the recording and get back to you what I can. Maureen, Jason, hello, buddy. Oh, it does come through from Facebook. Thanks, Jace. And Ken. Oh, look at that. Amazing. Well, I'm glad that actually I'm paying for this service. I'm actually using StreamYard, just for anyone else who does live streams. They now do local filming and recording. So if you're doing these live streams and someone's got a really dodgy internet, you can't do anything about it there and then, but they also record it locally. So the recording that you'll have, and they record separate video and audio files for you, then the end recording will be filmed locally. It'd be good. So there's a bit of useless information for you. So the way it's going to roll out today is I've cheated a little bit. I just want to say thank you ever so much to all those people who have messaged me over the past couple of weeks to check in with me because they haven't seen me posting on social media and doing all my usual kind of stuff. I didn't mean to worry anyone. I've been really unwell over the past few weeks. And yay, my mum's in. Hi, mum. Yeah, I've been really struggling with my spine. And so plus new meds and more meds and all this kind of stuff really kicked in the nads. And yeah, I was totally out of it for a number of weeks. So I didn't mean to worry anyone, but I got some amazing personal messages via LinkedIn and Facebook. And thank you ever so much. I really appreciate it. Some lovely stuff. And yeah, you know, still way to go. I'm still a work in progress. Big up to Sandra, Kat, and Isaac, who I managed to upset greatly by being a dick. And yeah, but they stuck by me, and I guess that's the show of real friends, really, isn't it? And how important it is to have such people around you. Let me quickly bring in Rock Engineering. Oh, let me unmute them as well so you can actually hear them. So these are the guys we've got here. They're the ones who are getting involved with this. You'll see a bit more from them a little bit later. Say hello, Elliot and Evie.
Hi there, can you hear us okay?
Hello.
All good. Nice, guys. So the way it's run, I've cheated a little bit, like I say, because I haven't really got... still working on confidence, shall we say. So I've cheated a bit and I've put a bit of a film together instead of just listening to me waffle on, which is going to tell you all about the challenge. I am truly excited about this one. I'm excited about them all, but this one, with the support of Rock, Ben Kelly Visuals, my videographer, Robin from Muon Technologies, and loads of other people, VR therapies, CIC. You'll learn all about why they're involved in a little bit. And whereas before it's been about raising awareness for something or raising a bit of cash where we can, and we have got a GoFundMe page, which I'll tell you about a bit later, but people are strapped. I'm strapped. So there is a GoFundMe page where we do need to try and raise a little bit of money, and that will become clear in a bit. But this is bigger than the challenge for a change. This is literally about changing people's lives. Yes, through the videos, we're going to create a mini documentary of it and all kind of stuff. But this is different to, I think, anything else that has been done. So I'll stop waffling on for a bit and let me play you this video.
Since the goals of military service and resulting disabilities really began to impact my life, I've sought ways to push my own perceived limitations and challenge the restrictions life continually tries to impact on me, while showing others with health conditions ways how they too can do more and be more. Earlier in the year, this led to my becoming the first disabled person to complete 96 kilometers of in a powered wheelchair. But people tackling great challenges in both manual and powered is nothing new. The wonderful spinal charity Backup hold airport up Mount Snowdon, for example. However, they do require a number of people to support them, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to complete any of my own challenges without such support. So this got me thinking. Ultimately, us disabled people seek independence. So, what challenge could I attempt as independently as possible, which would continue to really push my own limits while somehow directly helping those with more complex and debilitating health conditions? Well, I am very excited to announce that in partnership with Rock Engineering, VR Therapies and Ben Kelly Visuals, I will be ascending Mount Snowdon in a newly designed power chair as independently as possible, and from doing so shall create the first ever VR experience of climbing Mount Snowdon from a chair user's perspective. Now I'm going to break this down into 3 parts for you: Mount Snowdon, the chair, and the VR experience. So Mount Snowdon, for those who don't know, it is the highest mountain in England and Wales, standing at 3,559 feet. We will be using the Llanberis path, which is the longest one of 6, totaling 9 miles up and down. And whilst it is described as the easygoing of paths, this is intended for those walking up without disability. Now, following a recent recce, we saw boulders up to half a metre high with steep rocky slopes on either side. And whilst ramps will be taken, I am hoping to be as independent as possible. Therefore, we hope the chair will overcome and is safe. Llanberis will take us up most of the way. Though to reach the peak, there's the possibility I may need to complete the final few feet on crutches, but hell, I'll crawl if need be. Time-wise, we're thinking it will take approximately 12 hours. The chair. The line problem, local engineer was, as I've said, to create and design a powered wheelchair which could transport the top of Mount Snowdon as independently as possible, but I also didn't want it to look like an all-terrain vehicle, and it had to be small enough to be transportable in my wheelchair accessible vehicle. Left, Rock Engineering of Towstad, Northamptonshire, who are designing, developing, building based on the design of my recumbent trike. Extending 4 wheels with an electric motor driving each one, and a lithium battery will be used as a. Now the seat will be exactly the same as recumbent, which I used extensively during my 385 challenge, where I spent over 6 hours cycling 50+ miles a day. 3 miles. So we know the seated position works best. My spine well to reduce pain levels, which is going to be a key factor on whether I can even physically achieve this with all the rigors are involved in this challenge. The VR experience. Now, with cameras such as GoPros, and we'll even have a 360 camera mounted to a pole, in addition to numerous sensors around the chair to record all the bumps, which the amazing Northampton charity VR Therapies will then take it all away and create the first ever Mount Snowdon VR experience from a chair user's perspective. Now, this will enable severe anxiety, newly disabled, and those with more complex health conditions and disabilities the ability to sample as close as possible to firsthand what it's like to go up a mountain, experiencing a semblance of freedom and independence, whilst providing relief and showing it is possible for us all to do more and be more. As always, such challenges cannot be undertaken without the support and belief of like-minded partners. As I've already mentioned, the incredible team Engineering are one of these, and I've created a little video about them. Check it out.
Rock Engineering is an advanced engineering company that's based in Towster, which is at the heart of the UK motorsport and automotive industry. Our goal is really to solve engineering problems and to turn those solutions that we develop into reality for people. We're probably best known for suspension development and chassis design and the integration of those solutions into other vehicles. In the short time that we've existed, we've already helped a number of companies, automotive and motorsport, to develop a variety of different solutions to problems, including the design of complete new systems, the integration of electric powertrains into vehicles, and we manufacture most of the parts to create those solutions. So when we heard about Nick, along with some friends at Muon Technologies, we've agreed to design and build the solution to Nick's exciting challenge.
So with the genius and incredible work, Becca and co at the Northampton-based charity VR Therapies, who were the first to come on board and whose work is simply life-changing to such a wide variety of individuals, community groups, and businesses supporting their employees' well-being. They will, of course, be in each live Mount Snowdon VR experience following the challenge. Then there's the brilliance and patience of Ben Kelly Visuals, my videographer that I've worked with for a while now, and who is behind a lot of my video work, such as the accessibility videos. And we'll be following our journey from chair design to creation, testing, and the challenge attempt itself to create entry. Now, I want to take this opportunity to publicly say to them all, thank you. Thank you so much for your incredibly generous support and belief in me. This isn't just about challenge for me. It is the offer to people afterwards. The mini documentary type video Ben will produce, future videos of my doing crazy things with the chair to encourage those disabled to be, and ultimately those lives we will help through VR therapies developing the Mount Snowdon VR experience. Thank you.
So there we go. Hang on. Which one? That's better, isn't it? So apart from typical audio lag, so glad I put the subtitles on. Though apologies, LinkedIn, I didn't know that they were then going to put subtitles on top of my subtitles. So it's been a while. It's been a while. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. And what I'd like to do now is bring in Elliot and Andy to tell you a bit more about the chair itself, because it isn't straightforward. And like I say, this is a brand new design that they're developing themselves. And you don't want to listen to me try and waffle and all, because it just won't work. So over to Elliot and go. Oh, no, hang on.
It's the other way around. Morning. Thanks, Nick. You probably don't want to listen to us waffle on too much either, but I guess I guess we're very excited to get involved in this as well. So thanks for inviting us, Nick, in the first place. I guess the first thing to say about it, from our point of view, it's going to be really tough, and getting it done in the time frame that we've got, I think, is going to challenge the whole team. We want to have something up and running as soon as March, April time next year, really. And it's quite, there's a lot of other vehicles on the market that potentially we could take inspiration from, but ultimately the challenge, I think, is very different to what's out there on the market at the moment, and that's what's interested us so much. It's very steep, I guess it's quite obvious to say, and the type of vehicle that we've got to create is going to be representative of a normal size wheelchair, and I think that's one of the major challenges. It's going to have a huge amount of torque. It's not about just putting some motors in wheels and hoping that we've got enough power to pull us up the hill, because it's not about that. It's going to be about generating the torque, and we will do lots of testing and we'll record it and share that. But it's going to be quite a powerful machine, and we're going to use quite a lot of the technologies that we've employed in with some of our other customers. So being involved in electric vehicle design and manufacture, I think we're going to work with Muon Technologies to sort of employ some of that technology to make this happen. So the design has got some very interesting suspension concepts, which is something that really interests us. Some interesting gearbox designs and lots of other engineering type of things that are probably not that interesting to anybody else. But we're certainly looking forward to it. I don't know, Andrew, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really exciting project. I think when you start tying down the specification, like it has to fit in the back of the van, it has to climb certain gradients. That's, from an engineer's point of view, that's when it starts to get exciting, because you have to overcome those challenges and come up with innovative solutions to get around them. So, yeah, I mean, it really kind of falls within our kind of expertise, I guess, with the suspension design and all the analytical kind of tools that we've got here, and from a manufacturing point of view as well, being able to make the whole thing and test it as well. So yeah, for us, it's just a really exciting project, and obviously Nick's a great guy to work with.
I was interested to hear, Nick, that you said you want to go up and down. That's we were kind of hoping we'd get the train down, but at least it will be easier coming down.
Well, you're not going to leave me at the bloody top, are you? You know what I mean? Someone's put on there from LinkedIn user, will the vehicle have strong points for the attachment of ropes for safety managing steep ground?
Yes, I think we talked about this. I think you were a bit more casual about the thought on the safety side of it. But yeah, absolutely, it's safety's paramount, and the ultimate, the design of the chassis and everything will be something that I think is will be quite representative of a sort of a traditional wheelchair. But obviously, there's got to be safety features, and tipping over is a high risk, as you mentioned. Some of the steps are. We want to be able to climb 300mm steps with no assistance. That's our objective, which is a big step. And so the risk of you tipping is quite high. So we want to make sure that there's points for us to be able to help and steady if that is necessary. There's certain bits of physics that we're going to struggle to overcome, but we've got some ideas on how to do that. But yes. Having anchor points and potentially a rollover bar is something that we're still to discuss and agree, I guess.
Yeah, that actually came from a veteran friend of mine, Sam Marshall. He's got his own adventure business, and he's someone that I'm speaking to and trying to cajole into the challenge itself, but we'll see how that goes. So great question, Sam. Thanks for that. What I am saying to people, the big need, really, I guess, is I've shared the GoFundMe page. It was really difficult to know. I didn't really like asking for money, and I have no expectation of this whatsoever. It's just something there. I guess it's one maybe for more businesses to get involved with, and potentially for businesses to sponsor in some way, whether that's through marketing it, social media, whether it's media outlets, especially we've got broadcasters, all kinds of stuff. It's not just about the money, but virtual reality VR therapies, CIC in Northants. Rebecca, who I think is on from LinkedIn, we're looking at least around the 10K mark to create this VR experience. And if you just check out VR therapies website, and you'll see the amazing work they do. And in fact, the reason why Rebecca couldn't be on this call today is because they are at this moment in time running sessions for kids with specific needs, and that is the kind of amazing work they do. It's for disabled adults, disabled children, for vulnerable, for old age, through to corporate businesses who want to support their employees' well-being. So yes, if people have got some money, drop it in, but please don't leave yourself short or anything like that. There's always other ways. There's always funding and other bits and pieces, and there's always other ways of supporting us, aside from financial. But we definitely open up. We'll be doing more of these as time goes on. This is the first time I've ever launched the challenge more than like 6 weeks in advance, so this is really good for me to actually get it out there the year before. Yeah, as ever, there'll be loads of video footage going on, all kinds of stuff, and more people getting involved. We'll do at least one more of these, if not two, on the build up, and we'll keep people posted along the way. And like I say, I guess the kind of the last thing would be again to say thanks to all those who are involved already. Rock Engineering, Muon, I think I got that right, Elliot. Muon Technologies. Thanks very much for them. VR Therapies and Ben Kelly Visuals, my videographer. Check them out. Go to the websites, etc., and have a look at them, please. It's especially in these times for companies to get involved in some way means more than not more than other times, but well, yeah, no, sod it. It is more. It is more because times are difficult. But like I say, this challenge is so big on a lot of other reasons, especially to think that yes, I always know through creating the videos we can have a lasting impact with other people, but to actually be able to create a virtual reality experience where those with health conditions, long-term health conditions, disabilities, who struggle to get out of the house, the newly disabled, who I'm going through the transition, and you think I can't do this now because I'm disabled, I can't do that, I can't do the other. So there's being able to give them the opportunity to put a VR headset on and ascend a mountain as close as firsthand as possible, hence the sensors for the bumps and all this kind of stuff, that is literally going to be life changing. I can't emphasize how much that this is going to change people's lives. But like rocket engineering know all too well, as soon as you bring technology into it, things start getting a little bit expensive. And because the amount of training that they've had, then obviously they deserve payment for the time, etc. But we need to make this happen. And for the first time ever, I've done this at least 6 months in advance. But even like Elliot's saying, for the design or for the creation, it's still a little bit tight. It's a little bit. But the great thing as well is the chair afterwards. I've checked with Elliot and the team, and they're going to make it available to us. There's going to be IP protections, all kind of stuff. So it's going to be, but we're going to be taking it out on tour places. I'm going to be doing crazy videos and taking it up to places, visiting other disabled people and get them in it, and so they can have a play around and sample it. The chair is bigger than the challenge almost. It means we can do so much more with it in the future, and it really is a long-term thing. So this challenge is just the beginning. Maybe we can take it up Mount Kilimanjaro year after. Elliot, I don't know, what do you reckon?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. We'll see.
Okay, I'll stop going on. Thank you everyone for your time and the support. The reaction in the comments has been amazing, and thanks again to the sponsors. Please do go check them out, and take care all, and we'll keep you posted with future posts. And if I don't see you before, everyone, might see me a little bit early in November. Have a good Christmas. Take care. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.